He wanted you, badly. He chased you like you were the only woman in the world. And then, suddenly, he was gone. What happened? Have you ever been through this? A man pursued you with fire in his eyes. He made you feel seen, wanted, unforgettable. He texted first. He planned the dates. He stared at you like you were magic. And then, silence. Or distance. Or worse, confusion. One day you were everything. The next, he was retreating behind walls you never even knew existed. Why do men do this? Today we're going to peel back every layer of that question. Slowly, emotionally, truthfully, and by the end, you won't just understand why he pulled away. You'll understand why it had nothing to do with your worth. And by the end of this video, you won't just understand him. You'll understand yourself in a whole new way. Stick with me, because this is going to change everything. Let's begin. Ladies, he wasn't in love with you. He was in love with the idea of winning you. Let that sink in. For many men, the chase is the high. It's the performance, the hunt, the thrill of proving he can get you. It's about ego more than emotion. And here's the kicker. Some of these men don't even realize they're doing it. They'll say all the right things. They'll make you believe they mean it. But deep down, they're chasing validation, not connection. Think of the man who showers you with attention at first, texting nonstop, calling you special, planning grand gestures. It feels like a fairy tale, but as soon as you start to trust it, as soon as you let your guard down, he goes cold. Why? Because for him, the finish line wasn't building something with you, it was getting you to believe in him. Let's start at the beginning. When a man first meets a woman he's attracted to, something powerful happens. It's chemistry, energy, curiosity, possibility. He's magnetized by your confidence, your softness, your mystery. And for a moment, he's all in. He texts first. He plans dates. He opens up. He chases. Because in this early phase, what he sees is the idea of you. Not the whole you. Not the layered, complex, emotionally deep woman you are. But the idea he's formed. It's not fake. It's just incomplete. And in that space, he feels safe. There's no real risk. No real pressure. Just the thrill of pursuit. But then, the game changes. Have you ever noticed that the moment you start to open up, he starts to pull away? Why? Because now you're real. You're not just a fantasy anymore. You're a woman with a heart, with needs, with expectations, and for a man who hasn't dealt with his own emotional wounds, that can be terrifying. Not because you did anything wrong, but because of emotional depth requires emotional courage. And not every man has it. The moment you start to matter is the moment he starts to panic. Not because you're too much, but because your depth threatens the emotional armor he's worn for years. You weren't too much. He was too unprepared. He didn't fall for you. He fell for the feeling you gave him. A lot of men don't take the time to see you. Instead, they fall for how you make them feel. Beautiful, desired, confident, respected. But once they've extracted that emotional hit, once you stop being a mirror for their ego, they drift. Because staying would mean seeing you as a full, complex human being, not just a source of emotional fuel. You will hear him say things like, "You're different, you get me, I can't stop thinking about you." But then, when you show him your real self, your fears, your boundaries, your standards, he ghosts. Why? Because he wasn't prepared for a real person. He was prepared for a dream. It wasn't about you. It was about his pain. Most men carry wounds they don't talk about. Maybe it was a mother who was emotionally unavailable. Maybe it was a heartbreak that broke his spirit. Maybe it's shame, the silent kind that whispers, "You're not good enough." So when you show up, loving, real, powerful, it triggers everything he hasn't faced. Your confidence threatens his insecurities. Your love exposes his fear of abandonment. Your emotional presence confronts his emotional numbness. When a man hasn't healed, love feels dangerous. Some men only know how to crave what they're scared to keep. There's a tragic truth no one wants to admit. Men are addicted to the emotional roller coaster. They crave the high of infatuation, the rush, the obsession, the fantasy. But when stability shows up, they get bored, or restless, or anxious, because love that steady feels unfamiliar, and unfamiliar feels unsafe. So they chase, and then they sabotage. He pulls away right when things are going well. No fight, no warning, just distance. It's not your fault. It's just that peace. True, calm, steady love feels like a foreign language to him. You think it was something you did. It wasn't. Let's talk about you now. Because this isn't just about men. It's about what this does to you. He disappears and suddenly you're questioning everything. Was I too needy? Did I move too fast? Was I not good enough? And slowly you start to shrink. But let me say this clearly. You didn't scare him away by loving him. You scared him by being real in a world that taught him to run from realness. And when he couldn't meet you in your truth, he chose distance over depth. So, here's a truth most women don't hear often enough. Men desire connection, but many were never taught how to handle it. From a young age, boys are told, don't cry, be tough, don't be needy, man up. So what happens when he meets a woman who makes him feel deeply? He panics, because now he's in territory that feels dangerous, vulnerable, unfamiliar. And what do humans do when something feels unfamiliar? They run. They disconnect. They pull away. What do you do when he pulls away? You don't chase. You don't shrink. You don't beg for breadcrumbs from someone who only had the appetite for the appetizer, not the whole meal. Instead, I want you to observe his behavior without absorbing it. You grieve the potential, but not the illusion. You rise into your power and remember, the man for you won't run from you. Say this out loud. I'm not here to be chased. I'm here to be chosen. If he pulled away after chasing you, let him go. Let him retreat into the shadows. Because real men don't chase, they show up. Love isn't a game. And you are not a prize to be won and then forgotten. You are a force. And one day, a man will come who isn't afraid of your fire. Until then, keep your crown on. Stay rooted in your truth. And never forget, the right man doesn't pull away. He stays. He chooses you. Over and over. Even on the hard days. Even when it's not easy. Because real love doesn't run, it rises. Like the video and subscribe to this channel. I will see you in the next video.